is picking up. Strange. This good should be on the other audio track. And it's not. Hey, Coolio. Coolio. Yeah, press the button. And the quality of life improvements, I don't even remember. Of kids. There's one change I wanted. Oh god, what? Oh, the audio thing. Okay, now man. Who uses in-game audio? I should use this function more. I never opened this fucking thing. Never. Let's open the rules document. It's a sound idea. What the fuck are the rules? SCS server rules. They say they don't say what I was looking for. Yeah. Okay. Good morning, SCS. 503. We had a couple of those. All of different. There's so much stuff again. I hate it. Clean my desk every 2 minutes because there's constantly stuff on it. What does this even happen? Where does it come from? Like, I did a thing, I cleaned my desk, I leave, I come back, the thing is there again. Horrific. Actually horrific. Are you streaming? Yes! You're not even playing, you can look at the stream. You have the time to do so. Alright. Let's respond. Yes. Why don't you like and subscribe? What time they showed up, I don't care. Didn't check which side was. Oh yeah, the mirror roll should maybe. If you are following a channel, you would know. Angry face. Alright, oh fuck, close the rules again. Maybe I should keep this open. It's getting awfully close to this mirror rule. Alright. Back to Mibla. How does the mirroring work? Team changing all the time. The person may request a mirror. I mean, big exam. Got a team, including both teams request a Don't make me sad, please. Beans. Okay. Storm Brave with a flamethrower. That's interesting. You know how in some games, or like no, not some games. Every once in a while, people are like, they have one extinguisher and one chem spray. So you have the extinguisher and the chem spray fails, and you have the chem spray forever at the time. And on the blue team, they have 2 extinguishers on one ship, 2 chem sprays on the others. Why does the Corsair need 2 extinguishers? Well, I guess maybe it does. Right, it's going to lose balloon and armor to the fires, guaranteed eventually. But this extinguisher on the engineer roaming and on the bottom deck, they will always be able to extinguish, except the front gun. Because the Corsair Hellfire piloting the shiny. With a front Hellbutcher, left side Flamethrower Hellbutcher, I have to Poon, right side Caronate Hellbutcher, there LA Ransom piloting the dodge, you dodge this, you bastard. Stormbreaker, left side Gatling Flamethrower Banshee, and the right side Caronada. For the other team, let's come team 1 and 2 in that order. We have Cooks of Rock Bunker Mabula with a right side Mercury Gatling, left side Artemis Flag, and the center healers. And there, like the double extinguisher Corsair is Rosarium, piloted by 9-0 Nice. Left side Harpoon Hellbutcher, right side Harpoon Hellbutcher, aft flag, front Caronade. The interesting thing is, he has 2 harpoons because the 9s doesn't have 9s to shoot the harpoons, so you need 2 to make up for the difference. 9s only needs 1 harpoon, everyone else needs 2. Now they're long ranging because his maybe they can just snipe with Hades Mercury at everything. However, Fernfeld has a high height ceiling. Goes all the way up, so that Mercury is gonna struggle every once in a while, especially if the Mupulendus lives. Like this, like ramps like this are always weird. It's a Mupula drifting like this, or it has literal drift. This time they brought hydrogen. Last SCS, I think, he had Droke instead of hydrogen. They brought hydrogen. Popping the Rosarium from range, which is very good. Which means they can focus on the Mirror quite a bit. If the Mirror goes up, it will face itself alone because its ally will be too low. They figured out that this is a problem, so they're staying low. They don't have a Mana Launcher, right? Mana Launcher helps a lot against Kusan close range. However, they just ignore it. Nice. That Havacha hit one turner a little bit. Dodged the Zubasters, getting ready to carry the Rosarium and left side the Mirror, but they did not left side the Mirror at all. They're just focusing only on the Caronet. They popped the Rosarium, however, the Poon did not land. Mirror maximum range. Are they focusing on the Rosarium right now? It was broken. It's eating some Banshee and Havacha. Another Havacha. Look at the Shiny have a front Havacha. It does, okay. It's a lot of Havacha. The whole. Can please rebuild your armor. Okay, then I'm not just two people on it. This Corsair is dead. There's nothing of no way to go around it. Looks for bunker. It has the Mercury Hades lifelike trifecta. No, a Gatling Hades lifelike. It does a Mercury can trifecta too, but it's not gonna get it now. Bunker getting some long Chavacha, breaking the Mercury, almost breaking the Hades. This is gonna slow down the DPS. Rosarium over there is dying to the Gatling. Shiny. Trying to avoid some of the Alex balloon blocking a bit. They're not using the Mercury anyway, so it's just trying to balloon block some of the Hades Gatling. They're succeeding because the Mirror has moved too fast. It's outside its own Gatling. The balloon is burning down because the engineers on the top they're repairing the like shooting the Gatling. No way, dude. It was 3 fire stacks. Come on. So they got 2 armor breaks in this poor Corsair, and they managed to only bring it down to half. Stormbreaker's gonna get a science cabinet in this Mirror. They do it. It's double broken. The flamethrower and the Havacha won't be enough. Nothing is up. This Mirror has no engine. It has 1 turner. Nice. The balloon turner is actually. Experience is usually the armor turner. That's because the armor engine it tends to be like SSR making this crushed into the eyes. Or bunked. It managed to get some hull damage. The issue, a big issue, is that this little Corsair is too passive. Like, it got popped in the beginning by the breaker, but they were not able to pop anything in return. It's just your Mirror ally has double chem spray and drift cell. Just it's fine with the breaker. Just go for the Corsair. Like, pop it on the ground a couple of times. If you get popped, who cares? You pop the ship anyway. Long with Chapoon. Going out. Mirror might use the Mercury. Let's look at the Mercury. Black Flame Savant. No, they're getting on the Gatling because the flank over the cliff is smart. I put my camera into a rock. Johnny is just waiting there casually. Dodged his U-Buster, hanging out. For the best moment to... Not really flank, but just get an angle or something. Now red team doesn't have to engage. The Mirror would win in long range with the Mercury Hades flag. However, they don't really have the ability to push. Stormbreaker moving in, Caronet primed. The Mirror's trying to use the cliff as cover, but the Breaker will get around it eventually. However, they decide not to go for the Mirror, but popping the Corsair again. This Corsair is like so hard focused on the Breaker, it's unable to do anything. Now they're popping the Corsair, but the Corsair's like the Caronet, like I said, like steel thingy, so it didn't get a pop. It is on the Corsair. The Hades might be able to finish the pop if it keeps going. Rosarium. God, that's so difficult for me to say. Managed to not get popped by the Breaker, and the Shiny balloon is too weak. The Hades is actually effectively suppressing it. So they only have a single extinguisher on the Corsair. Side of Watcher, side of Poon, nothing. Nothing? Hold on, nothing? Expect at least a pretend shoot. Did the Poon connect? It landed, but it didn't connect. Shiny is suffering hard, but cooks for bunker. Rock bunker is just exposed. It's only a single banshee, so it'll be able to survive no matter what. However, it's taking so much more damage than necessary. Rosarium got popped with life carbonate, so they couldn't go up to the ally after all. Now they're focusing Mobile on the breaker because they cannot ignore it, and they're on the edge of the map. This is really difficult. This Mobile has to move the other way. Some whole damage on the shiny, and the Rosarium getting rammed. Oh my god, it was a quad ram. I need to speed up a little bit. It was a double ram that almost killed it. Managed to get the pop on the shiny, but they almost die in return. Crooks for bunker taking some more hull damage. With only a Gatling flag, I'm not able to do anything to this breaker. They do have a Hades, but who cares about the Hades? Breaker is broken. Okay, well, maybe you do care about the Hades. Shiny flamethrower kills the Corsair. The Rosarium. Front Havacha beating front Caronit. And can't believe I get to see it in my day. Now, let's see. Do I have the Hades and the Loch Hades? Do I have the Hades with the Loch and the Burst? I was wondering if they used Loch earlier to break the breaker in close range. But no, it's... Maybe they didn't reload it. They have it available when they need it. Still, it's just Hades Gatling in close range. You do nothing. This is why you have Drift, but well, you got to be drifting well, and right now it has full engines. So it might get away, but not with all the extra damage. Like the Gatling will break its arm before it gets out. The shiny moving to intercept. The Sept cores Havacha primed. It lands something. Some engines are broken, but Drift is very good. Rosarium intercepting the intercept. They get the pump, which is very good. Rosarium gets popped in return. However, the rooks for bunker, it's not popped. It has room to go up if they wanted to do so, but they just keep running. They're not sitting still to fight this. They think the ally is fun with the breaker, and well, the flamethrowers to work on the balloon. It almost popped it again. Long range Havacha, what did it get? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Barely landed anything. Well, I'll fit markers, so I thought maybe like an ancient might be close to that. Rosarium getting popped by the Karen again. Not able to do anything. They do have a Poons, but it seems they're missing quite a bit. Thanks for bunker. Finally got the front back on the shiny. The shiny who has buffed kerosene engines. Rosarium is just suffering. That flamethrower. Single extinguisher is not paying off, or the double extinguisher is not paying off. Shiny almost broken. This is insane. It's crazy, absolutely crazy. This flamethrower, okay, but the Gatling is also breaking. Sorry, but they keep getting popped. The Rosarium should not lose the balloon unless they turn to the Caronet side. But it does still lose the balloon to just Caronet flamethrower. This is the power. Wait, I didn't look at the map. Cooks for bunker has left to shiny. Back in dunes. What are you doing over there? Just drifting around. Watch this, you bastard. Okay. To be fair, even if that Velcro hadn't happened, I think the breaker gets this kill eventually. Even if they mobile it there, honestly, like. Mobile so far, it's getting breaks, but it's not able to do anything with the breaks. Like this. How many piercing guns do you have again? 3 or 4? You have Optimus and Flag on the same side, that might be an issue. So three piercing guns. So it's like getting all these armor breaks, but it's not able to do anything with the armor breaks. And their ally, their front Caronate Harpoon Corsair ally is not able to the ram kill either. You would think like, oh, this mobile is just gonna break something, and then I can poon something and ram it, and like with the pop they're unable to dodge. But no, that's quite what's happening here. Looks for bunkers. Move to the left side of the breaker, and the breaker is, this is where the breaker wants to be. We get a little bit of ram. It's rough. Well played, Com Team 1. You've shown what it means to lose to lack of chem spray. The Maple did have chem spray, but it still lost balloon to 3 faster. It would have been like they could have chem sprayed that. Like if the engineer jumped down, they could have and just chem. They would have extinguished it in one go as well. But they never did. Just had to keep shooting the Gatling. It's gonna to keep on the haters. Second fight over 20 lobby. Alright, we'll figure it out. The lobby is Image's Misty Mutiny. Have your balloon back down. See, this is why I make my balloon. She just never used the Top Gun on the Mirpler. I just never let them do that. It's not a thing. It's not happening. I don't know if Ghost is supposed to be here. I guess not, because they just... Well, it paused. It's not even the team that had to do anything. Please no. Goodbye. Everyone, clip this moment. Yes. No one tell her. No one say a word. Panels are still going. I wonder why they paused. I guess they just needed a break. Yes, they had a scrim too, but then the lobby started late anyway. I don't know what they need a break. Come on. Judgment. Judgment. Like 19 seconds left. I was contemplating, should I just leave it? Maybe I should have just left it. I'm going to do Corsair Breaker again. And is the answer really a... They only get more to Judgment when it's fucking SCS. This Judgment did absolutely nothing to the Corsair. It was AFK. Why is the curtain not aligned perfectly with the fucking window? Every time I open this window and close it, the curtain moves. It's almost like it's strange. Then it doesn't move back in its own place because I moved it away. Strange. Impact bumpers. I hope they don't stick with impact bumpers, but they will stick with impact bumpers. You know they will. Water check. We got 2 more minutes. Everyone settle in. Do some stretching. That was the worst stretching I've ever done in my entire life. I wasn't even stretching, I was just twisting my spine. God, it's so good to twist your spine, everyone. So I got 1 more follower, guys. We had 90 followers. I don't know when or where. Well, now I know, because I checked. Bets on who's going to win between the Ironclads and COM-T1. I had to open the challenge to check. would not know without it. Now this judgment has taken Extinguisher and Chem Spray. And this other Corsair decided we're gonna lose the Flamethrower anyway, so why bother? Just take only one Extinguisher. Why two when you die anyway? Take one and have the buff. Wait, hold on, this lobby started before the timer ran out. This is unprecedented. 2024, an early game. Well, I guess they had a pause now, man, it's cheating. Misty Mutiny. A lot of clouds. Double check that I got the right map. Yes, I'm not insane yet. We have for the Ironclads Löwenzahn. Piloted by Bob, it's a Corsair for front of Archer, left side Cabinet of Archer, right side Flame of Archer, after Poon. The ally, the King Ant's Pardon, Judgment piloted by Xadian, front Gatling Mortar, Caronade aft, Gatling, Archer, and for Com Team 1 we have the Shiny again, Hellfire, Corsair, piloted by front of Archer, right side Cabinet of Archer, left side Flamethrower, Archer, and the after Poon. So they have the Flamethrower on the opposite side. And their allies, dodge this, you bastard, again, Breaker, piloted by Ransom, Gatling Flamer, Banshee, and this side. Caronade, they do have heatsink on the gunner, I just noticed. Oh my god, I'm moving so fast. Löwenzahn could intercept this Breaker, however the Breaker could pop it here, and the Löwenzahn has no idea, it spotted first, but they do point to Side of Archer, maybe on purpose. Flamethrower out, Side of Archer missing. They almost got the Caronade, it would have been perfect actually. Like, if the Caronade broken, they could have just turned and engaged. Shiny gets run out by the King Ant's Pardon, gets pumped first. Pardon is disabled though. Let's see, the Corsair will outmaneuver it in close range while the Breaker is playing around with the Löwenzahn. The Judgment demand Shiny stopped flying backwards for half a second, so the King Ant's Pardon almost got there. To dodge this, you bastards left the Löwenzahn to help its ally. The Judgment is going really, really high, believing that the Shiny is still balloon weak, and it is balloon weak. Dodges, you bastard. Barely not getting popped, that is so close. No, but the King Pardons is also not getting popped forward. The Löwenzahn is rushing in. He took some watch into the hole, but they do pop the Shiny. The Löwenzahn moving in, it's moonshining. Hold on a sec, we got a moonshining big bumper Corsair, ramming another Corsair, and they get nothing. He rammed the Flamethrower! Destroyed the most important gun in the game. Shiny is popped. You just saw the camera move a bit. It's like so fast. Now, the Stormbreaker has a perfect shot on this Löwenzahn, and they're running against the cliff a little bit, and the Shiny is bullying the Corsair now into the ground. They have to carry it on the right side. They probably want to turn that way. And the King Ant's Pardon has a couple of engines. They're getting rammed into the building, oh no! The Shiny bouncing upwards, likely missing its target. Let me realign that, and there we go. Back into the Flamethrower is going out, and there's a kill. They have Watcher picked it up. They wanted to go fast with the kill. They used their Watcher. Löwenzahn has disengaged from the Breaker, which is burning Moonshine like a maniac. That main engine is not buffed. There's nothing is buffed except the Caronade. I guess it's the one important gun. Long range Caronade doing nothing. Absolutely worthless. No, it's Light's Caronade actually that's doing it. Okay, that's why it was doing nothing. And it's gonna run in now. It's burning kerosene like a champ. Front of Archer going out. King Ant's Pardon has spawned close, but it might be in the worst possible slot. Position. Spot. There you go. Löwenzahn bumping into the rock. They didn't know, and they rammed the impact bumpers. They're not protecting it at all. They get one side Archer and the Flamethrower with that Archer. King Ant's Pardon. This is spawned and gone up. It believed its ally would survive faster, but it's still a Corsair ram that the ally was facing into terrain too. If the Corsair wanted to leave, it would have to take the ram in the open. If you get rammed into terrain, you always lose. You have to take the ram, even if you're Mibula. Shiny taking, it's just flaming the King Ant's partner a bit. They want to overheat the guns to Caronate those full fire stacks. But they just Hawacha breaks it. The Löwenzahn has respawned close. Vanilla Hawacha going out into the breaker, but the King Pants, this is a meat fire. They keep spawning in. No way, dude. Dodge this bastard almost double broken. They're not able to stop any follow-ups, but the Löwenzahn is ancient weak from the Moonshine Burn and its balloon is popped from the Carrot. And he's still trying to ram kill the King Ants. The Flamethrower doing diligence barely to get him out of it, but the Rams, they're gonna break it. Lomachavach a bit too late. No, the Flamethrower broke it, the balloon popped as well. But they can go for the Ram. They get the Ram, it is real, the comeback is tight, it's here. Stormbreaker, it's popping limits out of the Ramacha coming out. Maybe not, maybe I'm hallucinating. No. Breaker leaves. They want to get some cheeky hold damage, and they would have gotten some actually if you stayed around. But too risky, not worth it. Leave. Still looking pretty good for the engine is broken. What's happening? Still looking pretty good for the blue team. Team 1, that is. So far, the strategy of a ram kill the Judgment and the Corsair has worked out well. What is this? Oh, there. I was like, what is this decal that has colors? Why is that legal? That should not be allowed. Back in my day, you couldn't even have. Back in my day, there weren't even decals that like. They had like actual, like. Real. How do I say this? I only remember the goldfish. It had like a phoenix spanning across the entire balloon length. That was really cool. And then they deleted that. Yeah. King Ant's Pardon. Getting a flank on the breaker actually. The breaker not getting pumped. Some of the Carronets must have hit the building, looked like maybe. They're trying to Hybridgen to dodge the Löwenzahn. Löwenzahn is going for the ram. It might get it. It does. Ah! It bounced and turned to. No, the side of it was not. No. The Galligan picked it up. I'm not sure if they touched the terrain there. I think they might. Now the Shiny has taken the ramp duel with the King Ant's pattern, but it used the Hawacha on the Corsair, I believe. So now it doesn't have a Hawacha to stop its to stop the Judgment's guns. And when you don't have a Hawacha to stop the Judgment guns, it's gonna pop get more to you. This is the only way the Corsair wins against this Judgment is because it keeps Hawacha on the front. But this one didn't do it, so it automatically loses. Well, it might have. Oh, there wasn't really much option to do anything. Unless you get popped like here, then you can leave. That's been the only way for them to play the game. The pilot might have believed that the Hawacha was available. It wasn't. Blue team spawning fire in the open. They don't want to take any risks, which is interesting. I guess there isn't many spawns of blue team. There's like one over there, isn't it? It's like made with Mr. Mutiny spawns. There's like two on the same thing, feels like. So they can't really hide, they can't really get a flank off with the cool breaker. So if the breaker gets a flank on anything, I think they win just because they don't know how to deal with a flamethrower. And not getting popped at all. Like if it got popped on the building, that would have been funny. But they were already ready with the mount. You saw like the balloon was prepared like the second the shot came out. Even if the second one attacked, it would not get popped. Land the side Hawacha into the Judgments after this Judgments after Hawacha destroying the Shiny and the Shiny hitting the Crane. Crane moment! Woohoo! So, it's almost it's like in a really bad place, but it still has a bunch. No, it does not have a bunch of engines, so it's just gonna get watered and it's gonna die here. The Gatling is aiming at the Hawacha too, I believe. Löwenzahn also for a brief moment the Corsair Velcroed again. What is happening with the Corsairs lately? They keep Velcroing and everything. Like you saw like how it moved backwards and it's a small Velcro. More to go to kill, but it was a small one. Now Breaker has to run away from this triple Hawacha Corsair, which has impact bumpers. Never forget this. Now the breaker is not running in a straight line. Instead, it's using the above new and improved turning acceleration to move around this building to show off like how you play the game with terrain. It's doing a good job. The red team is unable to chase the breaker without the Corsair spawning behind. Shiny has spawned, almost got popped again on spawn. Managed to avoid that situation, but now they're above with no balloon HP, and King and Spartan could hydro up at any moment. Lowenson is hydroing up. They're gonna use the side of Archer on their ally. That gonna miss the mark a little bit. And Spartan getting no pop at all. There should have been a pop. Come on, just how many carronades have missed? Like this wasn't even repaired. That one just missed outright. Stormbreaker balloon vague near terrain. This is dangerous. Levinson is getting awfully close, but Levinson's getting popped before it fully commits. This could be bad if the Levinson drops behind the buildings. It's unable to help its ally at all. I think it should be in the fight completely, but it's trying to stay outside carronade range. It might actually work out for the better. It's not that it's so far away. It's not getting. It doesn't get popped again, so the breaker is unable to bullet the double team ally. Because they could just recover so fast. Maybe it's actually a better position after all. China is just staying so high. They don't want to get popped and get mortared again. The Judgment has turned shots to the breaker. They get popped for the troubles. Shiny taking this as a sign to move in. Surely now is the time, and they get popped, but they do land the Havacha, and the ram doesn't land. They hit the rock a little bit. Because they're going for a funny little ram, and the Lurens are moving in from the side. They're trying to scare off the breaker, and it found itself a juicy, shiny Pokemon just ready to take some damage. Jose is double broken. Who cares? The cat more to the side Havacha will finish off the shiny, and the victory goes to the Ironclads. Yeah, that because their hitbox getting caught on the rock was really unfortunate. If it hadn't if that moment hadn't happened, maybe they get the pop with the ram on the judgment. Then they judgment is AFK their target. The Levinson would still be able to move in, and the red team is still in the lead at one point. So I wonder if the Levinson had rammed Gosei into the alley, they might still have won the game right then and there. Like, it might still have been really bad for the blue team. Anyway, next game is up. Was it 5-3? Derelict Deception? I think they're my funny little website so I can check the score. Yes, it was 5-3. I'm not insane. It's a tie. And I'm marking it as a win for the other team, actually. Yeah, I can. Oh. Don't care what score you have. Right. On team 2 versus Iron. What a time to be alive. Now if come team 2 wins against Ironclads, and we have a true triangular relationship of team beats team. Gonna return the lobby for a bit. There's about the passive thing in. No, I didn't time it wrong. There you go. Had to reach and fix the time, huh? It's interesting how my mouse cursor is not visible. I remember when I set up OBS that it disabled that. My mouse cursor is visible. That was a long time ago, and I thought I fixed that. With fix, I mean, I thought I changed it back so it's visible. Function cursor. Aha! You can see my mouse cursor now. Actually, I don't like it. Delete it. I hate it. I don't like it. Yeah. Yeah, the highlights will show what I look at. Right. Huh? A Shrike with a detonator? Wow. A mobile level for 2 mines? Looked at the previous game, decided we don't need the Mercury, we don't need the Artemis. The Hades was cool, but what about a second mine and some guns that can actually do damage in close range? Unbelievable! How how crazy the impact there? Swap the Artemis for no, they swapped the Gatling for mine. I think the Gatling was one of your most successful guns, so you really want that to be the one you change. You really look at the ship and say, yeah, the Mercury was a huge value. Really? Oh my. Now we're facing a flamethrower squid. This could be interesting. Never mind, we're going back to Kosa. It's interesting, a Lumberjack Judgment. Now, as a person having played the Lumberjack Get Multi Judgment, the flag just killed me. It got 3 perfect, well not perfect, but like 2 perfect flags on the magnet like that, and it just flew around me and killed me. So, maybe not so perfect after all, but it's the Lumberjack is not a hard win here, especially on Derelict. You're not getting any flanks on Derelict. You can only go up or down, fly in a straight line. If you're in the tunnel or not, that's very apparent. This Mobler, what? Balloon vent? Holy shit! Now, as a person that likes balloon, I'm all for balloon venting mobilers. Not against Lumberjack. Fucking hell, I'm trying to type here. Never played Failure before. Trying to type some important referee stuff. Please do not applaud the ref. I need to see if I need to overtime. I need to see when somebody lost seconds. all the teams only logged, they don't have to ready update. No, Magni. No, I'm just having fun. It's about to make a joke. Yo, the Mobile swapped Rogue, Balloon Vented Rogue. Okay. Acceptable. I would have done. Like, as much as you want Balloon Vent against Corsairs. If the Corsair is like stationed slightly above the Mobile, will always win the. So well, like it won't always win against Mobiles like that, but if it's stationed, so it's all like general case. If you're slightly above another ship, the other ship only has hydrogen. You have enough time to react to counter hydrogen. So like the only way for the Mobile to dodge there is to go down. But if it's balloon weak slightly, or if the Corsair is too close, it won't be going down fast enough. If Corsair is too far, actually, it might not be able to go down fast enough either. And you want the balloon vents, but then you get Lumberjack. Anyway, Cooks for bunker, light flag Artemis, left side front Hades, and the right side Mercury Monitor. Their powered by Captain Plus. Their ally Delphinium, powered by 9-0. The double Mercury left side magnet, right side Gatling, mine launcher, Havacha, and for the blue team we have the Living Sun, powered by a bomb. Havacha Carronade left side, Havacha Carronade, Havacha Flamethrower right side. I'm losing it. Front Havacha, Afterpoon, Dale, King Ant's Pardon, Lumberjack, Gant Mortar, front, and after Havacha, another Gatling. I'm not sure if the after Gatling actually ever does anything. I like the after Carronade. When you don't have a Poon, you bring out the Carronade. In this case, I guess with the Lumberjack, you don't even have any ammo type. It's synergizes with the Carronade. Like, if you have... No, never. You could if you're feeling really spicy. Yeah. Spots. You're allowed to pause. If you're really spicy, you could take... You could swap burst for incendiary on the gun and have incendiary Carronade on the back. That's it. And one of the engineers, if you have a Gatling, you could have developed charged. This charged twice because you've got mortar. Hold on. There we go. The other team already said they were ready. If people just say unpause and move on their own, it will always give them like that 1 second advantage of like sometimes you are able to see ships through clouds, so you don't spot them, but you can still see them. Or if you move first around the corner, you can spot them first while the other team is still like in pause mode. You will always get like the first move. It's not fair though. Like don't for the one person watching this and listening in, don't randomly unpause by yourself. Wait for the referee to do it. And the referee should only do it if both teams are ready. The pause goes for both teams. Alright, the red team has moved back into the tunnel. They're ready to go around, but they decided not to. Delphinium actually hanging back. It's interesting. They're doing a split maneuver while Brooks bunker. They don't have drift still here. Delphinium got scanned. I don't know if they saw anything. I don't think they saw anything. They're moving back with the ally. Magnet will be able to catch up to the ally. They have no buff ammo on the back. Just curious. They have no hemisphere on the front. What is with these magnets? Wait, Lions is the same as last game, has 2 extinguishers on the back. Mobula getting spotted first. Lumberjack hit it immediately apparently because it's balloon is weak. King Ant's Pardon. The Mobula has moved up to the rock to try to put mines over it in case they get pushed out. Delphinium still unspotted. Should be able to see it. They do get the spot on it, so the cloud was just messing with the line of sight. Some problems. Double Mercury flag going out in the King Ant's Pardon, but with the Mobula being so low altitude, Magnet might get pushed really hard, and they still have Gat Mortar Lumberjack. And even in close range, the Lumberjack is going to do balloon damage. The Mobula is trying to hit this Mercury up so the ally heavy flag gets a kill, but they just got disabled by Havacha. The Mortar picks it up. That was correct. I didn't read the thing, I just said Mortar. The afterwatch and the judgment going out on the Mobula, breaking in to miss and the light flag. Mobula believed Dallas finished the armor break for the ally / for our own light flag, and they're not able to get that. Will they be able to move around? That will not be able to move around. Not so easy flying a Mobula, huh? I say it's not so easy, everyone knows it's not easy, that's why nobody does it. The Delphinium spawning right behind the red team. This Mobula is sitting pretty, its balloon is still available, they do have the rogue shoot, they're putting down mines. All the mines have missed so far, but it made the blue team move around a bit. However, this mine missing is crucial because now this Corsair's moving at full speed. The ram will connect at full speed, they don't get the armor quite, so that was actually lucky. Magnet Corsair going full speed like that sometimes just instantly kills the ship. Magnet has gone to the side of the King Ants. It's Gatling Habacha my launcher's side. That's not a quick kill side, so the Judgment could turn it around. The Mobler suffering immensely. Did lose some engines? What's happening there? I guess the Monarch just missed a bit too much. The ramp finishing it off. Delphinium winning the duel though. Gatling Habacha is all you need sometimes. Plus the Mine Launcher is just a nice bonus. Now Tom Lumberjack is not being shot. No, they are still on it. The balloon is full HP, which is what I was wondering. The mine? They have what? What? Delphinium riding the high up into the sky. There saw no balloon wig facing this Mobler, which just begs to be side Havage that loses the side Havage. But they might be sitting ready on the light flag, not still repairing their Artemis. As you know, this Corsair is in deep troubles. It's might as well go for the one thing I can do. Go forward. You know, in this case, like very good idea. They're almost pumped, but the Mobler's balloon is also weak from having to dodge. Delphinium is struggling now because the Judgment Gat mortar spawned to the side. Delphinium is almost double broken. The mines lands on the Löwenzahn, but there's no one is able to follow up. And Delphinium is in terrible spot. If this Corsair decides to go forward right now, you're in trouble. This Corsair slowly it's struggling to go forward. There's just one engine. Oh, this is one broken engine. There's a couple of engines that are very weak HP. But it doesn't matter. It's just he's spinning. And the Gat mortar finishes off the Mobler on the side. Perfectly timed. Nice. The Mobler spawns on the side here with Hades, Mercury, Artemis, and Arc. And the Corsair looking this way, just side Havages anyway. There's a Mercury, Artemis, perfect Arc. Havages perfect, just doesn't get destroyed. It's classic. No mines are going out to stop the Corsair, so the Mobler has to dodge. And then the Mobler is like flying over here, it's turning around to the Corsair, but the ally judgment is like just a mess. Like if things had gone right for the Mobler, they don't lose the Artemis to the Havacha. They still might have to dodge unless they like early mine. And even if they mine, it might have to dodge, but at least they would be facing forward when the Judgment comes around. Then the Mobler would be able to like fight the Judgment properly. That's if everything that happens. Everything that went wrong on the tiny ship, like if the crew messes up a tiny bit, it's turned the wrong way and this Gat mortar up here, but and this also costed Delphinium some problems, but of this sometimes. Löwenzahn moving in fast. They're not ready. They could mine this gap, and let's see if the Corsair anticipates this. They do chill. They decided, you know, sometimes it's not good to move forward. So you move forward later. Corsair moment. Judgment is spotted. Corsair is also spotted, but it's going to mind already the above. Mind the above, but not the below. I guess they could mind the below, so they're not challenging that. They're going around to the far open. The Mercury, double Mercury have a flag, isn't perfect dark. They get an engine, this is crucial. Without that one engine, they could. What I wanted to say is, sometimes without that one engine you just don't move at all, but they almost got lost 2 engines. Judgment is dodging all over the place. Delphinium is getting around by the Corsair. The mines nowhere to be seen because the Corsair engaged from below. Just killed it. Just gone. Well played by the Ironclads. Winning yet another game, they're on a roll. Let me go. Still in a mobile meta. The Minotaur Spire on the other team. That brings back memories. Back in 1998 when SPQR pulled out the new and improved Minotaur against my mobile on No One Fields. Those were the days. Even have like Kata's light flag. Kata's Artemis. Something like that. There you go. The non-spell Gryffindor. When is Drift removed from the game? One of these days. Ah, I see. Travel Sun is changing his teeth. Totally a normal event. Round number 4 in this exciting round robin. Comp Team 2 versus Comp Team 1. Shit, I spilled water everywhere. We have from Cook's for Punker. This came down faster than expected. Immobile piloted by Cook. Left side Flag Mercury. Right side Monlauncher Mercury. Or left of us. Wait. Oh, Artemis. Like Monlauncher. This up the Artemis and Monlauncher. In the center. Hades. We have the Etole Etoi. Shrike piloted by Night Zero. The left side. Detonator Gatling. Left side how much right side detonator Gatling. Left side how much Cabinet. I'm losing it. We have the Ind Spire piloted by Hellfire. The Minotaur Gatling flag. And the Dodge This You Bastard piloted by Renson. It's a breaker with a right side how much a Gatling double Banshee on the left side. I'm going to get a tower. Hope nobody called for pause while I was gone for a literal microsecond. Alright. No one has found each other. The mirror players in the skybox. Not really, the skybox is all the way up here. People forget you can be above the clouds. Only. Back in my day, we used to use this strategy, but now it's just drift cell around this. Yeah, mirror also drift cell. The spine is so the breaker is the slowest chip in this lobby. And we have a standstill because both teams are and the other team spawn, which is where you want to be. You want to be in the other team spawn because when you kill one ship, you can camp the spawn and kill it again when it spawns because they won't be ready at all. Right. Now, spots have gone out. The problem is the Shrike is spotted and the breaker is not, and the Shrike doesn't like that it is spotted. People are like, yeah, the fast ship should get the spots, and sometimes it's good, but sometimes you want the fast ship to just get a free shot on something because it's fast. Like, we want that to get a flag and get an instant kill. Which this breaker and Shrike are not able to do. Oh, well, the Shrike just is moving, they exchange. No, the breaker, however, the Shrike wants on the detonator side. The mobile has drifted around the spire has drifted away from the mobile. Long range detonator going out, the spy is not hanging around to find out how much damage that thing does to it. Long range Butcher on the Shrike, it breaks so many components. That poor little ship, it might just die to the double life flag. If they spam the flag right now, okay, now the Shrike is too fast. It's gone. Smobile is hanging out below, it's drifting as well, shooting Hades. I don't know why it has drift on right now. Breaker is shooting. Mobile's hydroing. Trying to dodge as many of the Banshees as possible. The Shrike is trying to get a shot in the Spire, it looks like. Mobile is moving backwards, but if you move backwards to where the Gatling is pointing forward, you're just gonna get a watch it permanently. I thought they would just keep Gatling out on it, but they decided to watch it. Not able. No, they do get the watch off. Nice. The mine launcher is broken. Crucial. The Spire is drifting in. Are they gonna ram their ally? No. Yes. Maybe. No, they just kill. The Breaker just kills. The Detonator misses. Don't know what happened this game. For a second I thought blue team would like send a Breaker over on the Spy underneath the arch, which would have been cool, but they're doing actually the opposite. Breaker is going underneath and the Spy goes over to make sure the Shrike has no place to escape. They do bump into each other, the Shrike has to drift to escape. So it was a drift bump, probably, maybe. And drift does increase the amount of fire damage you take now. People forget, I forgot until just now. Remember. So the Banshees will do some hurt to that thing. That might actually affect the ability too. The Breaker 1-1. Poor Breaker. They did not even lose any engines. It just maybe they were weak and they had them out and let's see. I don't know. No! Minotaur. Don't touch the rock! No! Oh, Shrike. Well, the Minotaur gets the kill. Bumps it around all over the place. Now, the Miracle is going for a cool little flank that few people use. There's clouds here. You don't see them when you're in them, but over here. You can go even further. You can go over this thing without much of a problem. Then you're like fully hidden. Because you're not even in the cloud, you're like actually on the other side. There's hard cover as well. So if you want to hide, a random ship here, you can do it that no one expected. Now the Shrike gets spotted on spawn. The Breaker, look at Breaker, can take this duel. Never mind. The Breaker cannot take this duel. I reconsidered my statement. The Mobile is phasing up the Drift Spire. The Spire is just going over to fly away from both red teams to pull into the spawn. It's drifting at maximum speed. Right. The Shrike just pointing the detonator into. Oh, wait, Stormbreaker has respawned. How much into the Shrike? Perfect! How much into the Shrike? Gets almost everything. That was a vanilla Hawaii, not even burst. Gets all the engines. The Mobile is behind the Spire, and having been a Spire, facing Mobile and the Bud, oh my god. Minotaur is so at least accurate. He's still using Lock Minotaur. I wonder if that was Lock. I did not pay attention. Anyway, the Mobile should be able to pick up some hull damage here, but it seems they're moving a bit too much, so they're missing now. If they had been fully stable, just raw no speed, I think they could have done at least one life actually. Could have been like the Spire does not survive the armor break here. I mean, it survives the armor break, but the armor does not survive not getting broken. That makes sense. Anyway, the Shrike is respawned. Breaker again engaging the Mobile. Again, Drift still does increase the fire damage. The Banshees are going out, the Drift still is going out. You just taking more balloon armor damage, but you do get away with the trade-off. The Minotaur from long range. The Banshees are about to reload. Random mine hits the Spire, random mine hits the Shrike. This Breaker is still spamming Banshees on long range. They were ready for the Shrike though. This is why they didn't chase the Mobile, they were wanting to point the Habacha at the Shrike. They exchange some, but the Shrike seems to be losing that exchange this time around. Pointing the detonator? No, they're still staying on the Habacha side. The way it's moving, it's kind of weird. Bumping a bit, the Shrike might have been drifting, so it loses the ram. Perfect Gatling Banshee, it's just such a like calm, like smooching ram into kill exchange. Now the Spire, facing the full power of the mines, it landed one mine and did double life that kills some airplanes. Well played, calm team 2. Maybe the Stormbreaker can duel the Shrike, you know, in hindsight. Entering the school, 1 to 6. Right, no, come team 1, excuse me, I think I said don't come team 2, 1, no, it's come team 1. No, numbers are difficult. Who here knows numbers? Next game. Ooh, next map is a fun one. Who doesn't like a little game of Crown Gambit? How are they doing it? I was about to send sub request, but are you doing it? I mean, like, why else would Sanuk be in a power slot if not to swap Taker? And someone did it with 5 runners, and I lost my fucking. Where's my timer gone? I need to. At one time I don't copy paste the password. Auto ref checked. We are on full force. One pilot here. I'm waiting for the second pilot. I'm losing it. There's pressure to perform well. I'm just a referee, but I'm the referee. I am okay. City. They might not have expected. No. Normally you wait for all the powers to start the timer, but this is a bit silly. And what's match timer? No, lobby timer. This is notice. Where enemy could they attempted to take us there. I'm starting the timer. Like 15 people waiting on one person is a bit shy. Rested pause. This is gonna be one of those games. Yes. One of those. Now imagine if I hadn't started the timer, we would have the delay plus the pauses. Imagine like a 20-minute lobby, couldn't have SCS without that. There is no timer. Dude.
Daniel, do you have like Bob's number, like actual? Could you call him that way?
Actually, I don't have his number, right? Yeah, no, we used Discord. Like, it is known that I know Bob in real life, but we've met once, and we exclusively use Discord. And someone's phone battery kept disappearing, and had to use the laptop for Wi-Fi. And then the laptop's battery has also been running out. So a couple of times we couldn't communicate. We had to find each other for sheer luck. Oh, it took us poo. Oh. Yeah. Okay, then I need someone to request it as a pause. I could just pause randomly, like I know that I'm mating, but we live in a society vlog, please. We need more. Need more showcase.
I mean, it's kind of understandable, given the previous rounds were over so quick. Probably just not remotely ready for turn. I've called him like 4 or 5 times. Get him through.
Yeah. I took a break last game. I got candy. And ate the candy. Very nice. Look. Join mid-match with a full ship. Alright, he's here. Possible. I think real lobby task. Alright, he's gone. Thanks, Adam. You know that Triumph 3, it seemed like didn't really work out so much. Like I heard no good thing about it. You did, nice. I like eventually did get beta access, but by the time I did, I heard like 15 negative things about it, and not a single positive one. Apparently, like, was it the CEO or whoever like directed the team just lost his mind on Discord? I was like, such a petty person. I don't know. Game development. Completely minded. Yeah, you're right. It like never happened. Not real. Sucks though. Like, there was one other game that was similar. Fuck. What was it? Maybe that wasn't real. But I thought there was another game that was similar to it. Technical issue. I had to charge the Wi-Fi a bit. 1 minute. Good luck, buddy. Now, I say good luck, but the blue team right now, the Ironclads, they are winning. They have been winning. So let's see how this goes. If one team needs luck, I believe it's going to be on team 1 over here. They've taken a Lumberjack Spy into a Corsair, but they're facing a Lumberjack Judgment, so it's gonna be Christian. I think Corsair's taken Harpoons against the Breaker. It's going to be that the Corsair just you don't need impact bumpers, like maybe you need impact bumpers against the Marlon, just impact damage, like I don't honestly, you probably don't need Claw with the points on both sides, but maybe you want Rogue should just maybe. What is this Judgment of Drift still do? Oh, he wanted to see if they had what they had last game they played. Because the Judgment was going up and down really fast in their relict. It was just default movement. With a buff hammer, I guess. Because they had a buff hammer. They have a buff hammer here too. No way, dude. With the pipe wrench, they're never gonna. The Sage, you are not going to repair the balloon. Tell your pilot to not take a buff hammer. The balloon. It's going to be the balloon side too. Yeah. Because he would have charged and Galling last time with the mortar. Last time they charged the mortar. I know he can't. Stand that way, hold on, what the fuck? Anyway, game has finally started. It will probably not be an overtime game because if Lumberjack on both ships. Both Driftcell, right? Like they're both very big ships. There's a high chance one of them pops the other, and they will engage in the popping duel on the ground until one of them dies. Honorable Lumberjack duel. For Hellfire, we have the Int Spire with a Lumberjack, top deck Artemis Banshee, and the low deck Manager, and their ally, Doshisu Pasta, is a Breaker, piloted by Renson with left side Gatling double Banshee and the right side Caronade. For Löwenthal, we have a Corsair piloted by Bomb. I'm not mentioning their team names because I decided not to, and now I'm sticking with it. Left side Havachi Poon, right side Havachi Flamethrower, front Havachi After Poon. They don't have a Poon on both sides, I was incorrect. King and Pardon is their ally, piloted by Xadian, front Gat Mortar, Lumberjack, aft Gatling, Havachi. They are Lumberjack in the Spire, and the Lumberjack Spire misses the Judgment. So the Spire is gonna get popped first. It's normal. There's the Spire. There you go. On the bottom eventually. They are pumped. They have actually going out. We're trying to hit both ships there. Maybe the Breaker was in the way for a little bit. It just moves in. It just goes for the ram. It just pops the Spire again. Look at that hitbox. The Spire, the mine. Come on, you can't. Was that a preloaded less smoke? You can't preload less smoke into my launchers. That is so 2014. Besides, watch landing on the Spire is crucial. Without its turner, it's going to be not having any problems because the Judgment is moving into arc of the Spire. It's chasing down this Breaker with Lumberjack at mode, and the Breaker is popped by the Lumberjack, and it is really scared. This Driftcell Judgment is going places. Breaker die! This raw aura of the Driftcell Judgment has killed the Stormbreaker for Comp Team 1. They mentioned it. Löwenthal. The engines are getting Artemis, the balloon is getting Lumberjack. There's also one launcher in the way, just in case this summer figures out how to fly sideways. But instead they come backwards. The balloon is blocking the hitbox and the engines already. But the Spy really... The Spy has to move, what am I saying? This rock, there's a Lumberjack. What are you doing? You're dead. This Spy is dead. Yeah, now to no, the Breaker has respawned. However, there's the rock. And the Judgment is popped, but it was still going up for a second. That was interesting. But it doesn't care if the Judgment is popped because he's just going to shoot Lumberjack up like this. And they did 0 damage, I think. But he did eat a mine, and now the Corsair is getting double focus, and this is actually a danger. Double Banshee is in prime condition to do full hole damage. Oh my god, this Corsair is going to die. So blue team has to take the chance they have to kill this Spy with the Gatling. It has arc. The spy is dropping into the Judgment's Arc. The mortar is landing through. Double build the balloon, I think, because the armor took so long to rebuild. They're gonna get popped again on the ground. The Judgment has enough HP to survive. The Lumberjack is not repairing, it's not shooting, so the Judgment doesn't have any wars, and the spy dies in like a little hole. The Breaker has a clear shot on the Judgment, and it might be able to out-TP. No, not out-TP, but it's not gonna get hit and die. Moves to the side. Classic fast ship versus Judgment. Eventually, eventually it all comes down to move to the side, Gatling goes into the engine, you don't get the break. it's breaking the other engine, This one was on purpose, okay. The first one, maybe not on purpose, the second one. Now, first kill advantage is to blue, right? The blue team isn't going to sit by idly. If red team has first kill advantage, I 100% believe that the spy would sit fucking K7. That's something I've never had to say in my entire life before. What kind of map has K? It's not stuck here, it's just hanging out. It's still weird to see decal with color. Then the Judgment spawned next to Tal. I thought it was lower, it's really high. Lumberjack exchange. Cat. One Lumberjack hit, let's go, 2 Lumberjack hit. I did want to check which engineer is on the balloon. It is indeed Sage with the pipe wrench on the balloon on the Judgment. Judgment could double build this balloon, but I don't think this crew is doing that. I counter Lumberjack in the Spire though, because even with the pipe wrench on the balloon on the Judgment, the Spire is much easier to hit. And there's much less health, so the Judgment is in a lot less danger to getting killed from the balloon pop. I see along with Chavacha. Landing really good actually, breaking the Manlauncher and the Lumberjack, which is very nice for both of the blue team ships. The Rams landing, double broken spine. No, not at all actually. In fact, nothing is broken ever. What? Sadabachi going out, the mine's missing. It believed it would keep moving forward, but gonna misjudge. The Judgment, in the meantime, coming in to show them what true judgment is. I'm losing it. Just Cat Mortar, just kill it, end it. The Breaker is trying to double focus, just pulling it away. No, the Breaker gets such a nice shot on the side of a Judgment, just gets yoinked. So the Judgment just keeps going. Gat Mortar, long range, Lumberjack. They have the long range less smoke mortar, don't forget, so that they can actually still land a mortar from here. They just have to pre-fire it a bit. Breaker landing some hull damage on the Judgment, but it's still a Judgment, still has a ton of HP. And the benches were not timed well. They're poon landing again, but this one's not getting any pull at all. In fact, it seems like the Corsair got pulled there a bit. It looks like the Judgment has to engage the Breaker, and the Corsair has gone for the Spire. With her Vulture on the Spire, but the Breaker will get a kill on this Judgment before the Corsair gets a kill on the Spire, or at least it should. What happened there? I'm just looking at the health bar slowly disappear, and slowly I mean like instantly the pool lands! The Breaker lost armor, the mortar is not gonna hit that. It is dodging too much. The Corsair is a full, like, now it is full of blue. It's very blue. Is he trying to after put the Breaker? It is! The Breaker died. But not to the Corsair. I was like, where's the Corsair moving this way? I just look at it, just a poon in both directions. I was confused for a second. That's why it took me like another second to process the information, because I saw a poon from the other side first. Anyway, Spy up 1% HP. That is a whole engagement. Go ahead and lift the mines right here. It's drifting. Oh boy, it sure is. Oh, mine landed. Look at that 5 fire stack on which engine is that? Top right engine. Let's count the seconds until it's extinguished. Right, there's be small in the meantime. Unspotted. Sneaky. There we go, fixed it. A little bit. No, they extinguished the engine. Nice, only took me 20 seconds plus. Spire has respawned as well. The Breaker lost its spot. The Spire got spotted. What's the judgment? This is good. You want the Lumberjack ship spotted for your ally Spire. So the Spire knows where it's going to die from. And the Corsair has decided to hang out. No, it's just having a good old time. You know, my ally's judgment will kill it. It will actually. The raw lumberjack duel, the judgment will kill the spire outright. So if the lumberjack is even going to break it. The spire can drift away if it needs to, and this time it has room to back up. There's a rock eventually, but it's a bit further away. Löwenzahn showing itself. Seems the spire is trying to get rid of the Corsair, so its ally Breaker can finish off the judgment. The judgment's decided to drift in. You know, you look at my ally, maybe you should look at me, and the break has popped the judgment now. The judgment doesn't care because it almost popped the spire. The lumberjack you can't miss now, that's crucial. That's gonna slow it down massively, well the mine will too, but not getting the pop and the spire is so important there. But now the judgment is just dead. Oh, unless spire has no piercing except the mine launcher, so it doesn't actually have the ability to kill unless it lets like 15 mines in a row. This mine is insane! Land everything on the Corsair is on fire. 6 fire stacks on 1 gun. It's almost overheated. They're almost gonna burn down. The Banshees are on the judgment though. The lumberjack aiming straight upwards. It lands on the engines. That one landed the balloon. Did 2 damage. It's classy lumberjack. There must have been a burst lumberjack. Anyway, lumberjack on the Corsair, keeping it suppressed. The breaker will get the kill here. The judgment has nothing. It has like it has lumberjack at mortar. It's not going to aim upwards like that. It doesn't have the mobility to. The long range Habacha actually breaking probably the Banshee that would have killed the judgment there. So it was actually like really clutch, real clutch Habacha. But it's just delaying the inevitable, I feel. We have 10 more minutes of this game left. Oh, get more to the spire now! It's not going to succeed. It's going to die now. More mines. Banshees get arc. Levinson hanging out. No, this Corsair, if it has full engines, it just got popped. I was wondering if it could retreat, but where to? It was in a hole. I guess this was the best play. It keeps moving. It could maybe, or maybe I have to poon the spire. You're right. You're a genius. No, it's just moving. It just decides to move. Okay. Yeah. I was wondering if it is going to run because it like didn't burn any moonshine when it was directly below them. But I guess it saved engines a bit. Moonshine burn will break the engines. Eventually, judgment has spawned high. In the clouds, this is crucial, because if it's unspotted like that, you can get a free shot on anyone. Decides to shoot the breaker, because the breaker is the one actually getting kills. The breaker is almost dead! So I accidentally zoomed in on the judgment. The last mortar gets the kill on the breaker! Surprise spawn on this judgment! Gets the last kill, oh my god. I fumbled my keyboard a bit, so zoomed in on the judgment. That's an accident. What an amazing mortar gunnery. The breaker was not ready at all, otherwise it would have double built the armor instantly. Yeah, the spire also couldn't have done anything about it. In theory, the spire could out-miss the judgment, but the judgment came from in a cloud. The spire had no line of sight to it until it was too late. It had to stick on the Corsair and just believe the breaker doesn't die, but the breaker dies. No. It's 5-3, I think it's 5-3 again. Every time it's 5-3, it disappears from my mind. We have 2-5 actually for the ironclads. Now the last game coming up. On Alaran R3, I had to scroll up to see the map. But it's already there, nice. And the time I see, look at that. This is peak something. Please, option. Visual, nice. They figured it out. They're smart. They know. Everyone here, yeah, totally. I counted for. No delay, SCS final game of round robin of 503. I hope the last SCS will be a round robin, just because it pisses everyone off. It's like the most hated format. But the last SCS. I hope like I hope it ends like on 999 on a round robin. That would be like peak. It would make like I would die with no regrets. Just because of how fucking stupid that would be. I'll have some regrets, but yeah. We're still able. Will Cook stay with his bottom deck Mercury for another round? To tell. What to do. Like the double mine, double banshee miracle that he had in the lobby for a brief second was really cool. Then he's gone back to this. I don't know, man. It's just long ranges of fast. All games end in a brawl. They have to. Also when they don't have to do well. This lobby is already insane. We had the brief Hawacha fish and we had a brief Metamedian. But Metamedian has turned into Gatling Carbonate Pyro. Hell. And when there's a front flamer squid with a knife flamethrower, the double down. But you know, this is squids. Don't pay attention to squids with flamethrowers. Is that a detonated goldfish? Well, hold on, this is serious business. This detonated goldfish is hard countering the squid. The squid has an afterpoon to counter itself. Red goldfish also has an afterpoon. Why did they poop? It's a counter with a Havachi fish. I guess Havachi fish with a mana should, like, this goldfish should stand a decent chance against this Pyra. I guess it's difficult to make work because you need like a good mind gunner. You need them to have the mind to use the Havachi correctly. So you need to swap between them. Flash it also needs to pilot microing a ton. And if I know something about some of these piles, is that only a couple of them micro. Only a couple. Microtransactions should be a thing. What if Go you had microtransactions and voice packs? Like you could get your own voice pack in here, but you had to pay like $20. The server's up for another 20 years. Right, Metamedian now and an Artemis squid. What? What here made you decide, yeah, Metamedian is called the goldfish swapped one Caranet to a second harpoon? You know, I think that one Caranet was actually like really nice for the detonated goldfish. So detonated does so much random balloon damage constantly because it's constantly shooting. That like a side Caranet might be able to finish off the balloon or keep it even weaker. Like the detonator is not gonna bring it below half, but the slight Caranet might bring it down to 1% if it doesn't pop it, and then you just have perfect arcs with your. So I think it actually was really nice to have that there, and then swapped it to a Poon, which I think is less nice. There's also side cabinet would have helped the detonator fish against the Havachi fish. Yeah? Just roll up next to it, like if you don't ram it, or like if you avoid the ram, you just carbonate its balloon. Then kill the rest of the game. In the meantime, yeah, wait, they're just gonna farm the Pyra. Yeah. Like this fish is gonna look at the squid, but the squid is just gonna avoid the fish, run at this Pyra because this Havachi fish is running at this Pyra. This Pyra is gonna look at the squid with the. Wait, no, does the Pyra look? What does the Pyra look at? What does the Gant Mortar Pyra? Because in theory, the Pyra, like Metamedian can actually kill body ships. And it's not going to. And if the Gatling is on the squid, the detonator will have a free shot. So maybe. But if the Havachi just shoots the Pyra, the Gatling doesn't ever shoot. The squid can just point its own cat mortar, but I don't know. This is gonna be a fun match. Like drawing the diagrams of this is gonna happen, but if they do this, then this should be conspiracy theories. Why do we have drift cell on the what? Hold on. What does the detonate the vicious drift cell? Do you need it to run into the Artemis of the squid? Bro, just kill the goldfish if there's the Artemis squid, and let the pirate shoot the squid if it's on you. The squid, by the way, is the Summer Palace, piloted by Bob. The front Artemis, side Gatling, aft mortar, and their ally is the Dragon's Rage, piloted by Xadian with its goldfish. Side mine launcher, front harbor, left side Gatling mortar. For the other team, we have Jan Peterson, Köln. It's a detonated goldfish piloted by Cook with a right side harpoon, left side flamethrower, and the far side harpoon as well. Their ally is a pirate Strelitzia piloted by Nines is pirate, front gat mortar, side flamer flank. I wish they had a bunch of there now. Or maybe even a flare. There's a couple of clouds. Good flare. Blue team getting spotted. Did they relay that information because Strelitzia could have just sent here, and Jan Peterson could have just turned around and they could have pincer maneuvered the goldfish. Dragon's Rage if they decided it's not to, at the risk of getting flanked by the squid. I guess they're safe here until they get bumped by the ram, but the Jan Peterson has drift cell. Is the drift cell going to help escape to follow up? Is it just gonna turn Gat Mortar into the detonated goldfish because the detonated goldfish can't really do anything about it? Yes. Does it get a... Oh, the rock! Adding some extra damage, the drift cell after the rock. Detonate into the hallway. Hold on a second, this Strelitzia got Gunnox on the thing finally. But the whole this Dragon's Rage might be Uno reversed. Salmon Palace tried to get some engines or something on the Strelitzia, but the Gunners were not able to get anything going with the front Artemis there. Long range detonators scaring the goldfish even further away beyond. Not as scary, the squid even further away beyond. And the pirate, the gunners watch the gunner tutorial where they shoot the goldfish with a gat mortar 17 times in a row, and they just point the gatling at it, and when the armor is broken, they shoot the mortar at it. Brilliant. The afterpool! Keeping the squid in place, you want to run, you stay with me. And now that it turned the front detonator, the squid is just gonna keep moving. It doesn't really care because you have a side up flamethrower on the detonator gold. You can't go here. This is the edge of the map. Like I can't go further to the side. But the goldfish thought to do. The goldfish wanted to catch the squid. No, he pointed his side up actually. That's even smarter. What the fuck? The squid is still in the fight. It's still not taking any damage other than the Dragon's Rage has respawned, running into Strelitzia, trying to get rid of the cat mortar on the front. It missed the Havachi, didn't really get anything with that. The pool on the squid. It actually kept the cat mortar and Dragon's Rage close enough to the Strelitzia. Now it's a pure... No, it's not a pure cat mortar tool because the Dragon's Rage is turning the front Havachi back into it, but the Havachi got broken by the Gatling. The squid is still trying to get away from this fucking harpoon goldfish. The other harpoon missed. This is crucial. The right side harpoon missed. So squid is free for a moment, but it's squid is engine weak from the detonator spam. No, it's just one engine weak. That mortar has picked up the Dragon's Rage. You know, I was wondering what is a pirate going to do to the goldfish, and then no pirates can just ram the balloon of a goldfish if it tries to balloon block and eventually get Gat mortar going. But this goldfish wasn't able to balloon block anything. Both engagements, it's been going in, and then turning, my camera doesn't work, and then turning Gat mortar, and then like it stops playing vertically. It just turns guns into arc one by one. But every time the Dragon's Rage does it, just getting shot by both ships. Because even with the squid getting a harpoon to detonate, it actually has amazing arcs on the Jan Peterson. So even if it harpoons the squid, it can keep shooting the goldfish with its ally. Now, the Dragon's Rage has respawned in front of Strelitzia, guess they were hoping they were gonna chase the squid even harder. Stop burning backwards. There's a galling mortar that moves faster than my mate. Doesn't really move faster, but it's, no, it's, there you go, finally turning on. They also hydrogened a little, but it's such a big vertical mobility that it confused me. Like, I'm actually confused. Did they burn hydrogen? What happened to the balloon? The squid behind the pyre now. They're turning Gant mortar into each individual ship. If the goldfish had turned Gant mortar into the pyre right then and there, maybe they just kill it outright. The front virtual will buy it enough time for the team to do so instead. No, the goldfish has to turn to the young Peterson. I keep saying goldfish instead of Dragon's Rage. It's a mine! The mine! It has worked! The landed it. It was used. The Strelitzia is not broken. The ram not finishing it. The mortar missing. The summer pass was moving a bit too much. Dragon's Rage not behind. The mine! Strelitzia is suffering now. The mortar picking up the kill. Jan Peterson went for the desperate despair ram. Detonator could have hit the hole, but it didn't. The harpoon landing randomly. Harpoon. Surprise. Oh, the squid has a gat mortar, and the Jan Peterson has lost all this. So it's everything, yeah. However, red team has first kill advantage, and they have a drift cell goldfish. So if they hide the pyra in, if they hide the pyra in, is it not here? There's a hole somewhere. What was it? In here. If they hide the pyra in here and have the goldfish drift around the entire map, there's nothing they can do, because they won't be able to find the pyra. That, please do that, please. Stream snipe and go into that fucking hole. I want that so bad. Instead, they believe their red team has moved around the southern side, but they have not. Instead, they've gone all the way up the east. Strelitzia wasn't going for hiding, however, it's scared. Like, it was hiding here, even though like blue team already assumed they're not here. It was still like, just in case they're there. I'm gonna peek over. Someone there? No, someone around this corner. No. Just like, it's so scared because it just cat mortared so fast. Even though it survived, like was it even 2 engagements? Like 1 long engagement. It survived 2 Gat mortar assassination attempts on it already, but it knows, like, if one band move and it will die instantly. The Dragon's Rage has spotted them, and the Summer Palace coming from the other side. This is really bad. If they Dragon's Rage, no, it stopped going there. That's surprising. If the Dragon's Rage had kept going this way, it would have gotten a perfect advantage on this Polizia. Instead, they tried to intercept the goldfish. Do get around, the balloon is almost popped. It will slow down the detonator a bit. But they still both turned the wrong way. Dragon's Rage is going to be reloaded any second into the engine column of this Felicia. And Summer Palace is just flying backwards around, through the blue team. They just want the Gat mortar. Both Gat mortars now on this Felicia. Now this is an assassination. The side of Poon. We live in an age where goldfish use side guns more than the front guns. The Summer Palace losing armor to the Gatling flamethrower, and the life flag on the side won't be able to do anything. Jan Peterson facing off the Havalcha. It's going to take a ramp duel with the Dragon's Rage. And Dragon's Rage still has a Gat mortar, so Jan Peterson better get a move on its burning moonshine, but this goldfish acceleration isn't that fast. So they land 1 full Gat mortar, not even. Landed 2 mortars and the armor was up, and then they stopped shooting. So they are waiting for the armor break. They're shooting more Gat mortar. I think they're eating the engine quite a bit, so the armor took longer to break. But the Gat mortar not able to get the kill right there. Summer Palace is flying around this Felicia, not able to find an opening. It lost armor itself and had to dodge. Jan Peterson broken again. The Havacha landing on his engines. It's kind of stuck there with the harpoon side flamethrower. I bet it wish it didn't have that now. The flamethrower does almost break the goldfish. If the pyro was there with it, maybe it gets a kill. This pirate hasn't really moved anywhere. It's just been sitting around, going up and down, turning left and right for the squid. Like the squid's been moving all over the place. The pirate's just been in the same spot. Squid turning the aft gun again. The pirate will get front guns on this squid aft. Wait, was there an engine breaking the squid? This is crucial. The squid dies. Something broke. The pirate. Oh yeah, you see, Axel broke the guns on the squid. They broke the, that's what I saw, that little flash. They broke the motor. What is that Gatling gun made out of? It's grease, let's go. Buffed grease Gatling, that's what I like to see. Bullets are going straight into Dragon's Rage, they do not care. Dragon's Dodge detonated was a bit overzealous there, and by bit overzealous I mean they underestimated the range by like twice as much. Underestimated. They harpoon to prevent the goldfish from escaping. Brilliant. The ship, they just wait. The goldfish actually losing armor here, and the detonator is gonna go to finish down. But the detonator will land one shot into the hull. The Summer Palace trying to get more to this Felicia, but will it be too little, too late? Jan Peterson might be looking to harpoon the squid. This Summer Palace here. It does. This Felicia is turning its own cat motor into the Dragon's Rage's. Not Cat Mortar, I thought it was Cat Mortar and Dragon's Rage in this Felicia for some reason. Summer Palace threatening to lose armor. So, well, it did lose armor, but the detonator threatening its entire existence. So Summer Palace has to dodge. Buying this Felicia more time. This Felicia could have actually kept engaged in the Goldfish there, but maybe the mines scared it off. Detonate into the weakened Dragon's Rage, but this Felicia armor broken. Summer Palace is not able to follow up here. This full balloon. It's Felicia is half balloon, but it might not see that. But staying low is staying safe, and it's trying to. It's was trying to get some chip damage on the young Peters. Would have been cool. In the meantime, he's just dodging. There's Felicia. Dragon's Rage Jan Peterson in a funny duel. See, this is where the side cabin would have been like so cool, but the side of pool really did like a lot. It's kept this squid in place for so long. Peterson. Actually, I think the young Peterson could have rammed the Dragon's Rage's balloon out when they were have 1v1 in there, but maybe the mine scared them off too. Like a random lock mine and you take infinite damage. Dragon's Rage is almost broken. Then balloon too weak to dodge the ram. They do break the young Peterson. Gone. And detonate into the Dragon's Rage. Dragon's Rage's engines are so weak from all the fire stacks and the constant burn and damage. Like if we check right now, yeah, they're kind of half HP. Summer Palace wants to point the gat mortar into this Felicia so badly, but this Felicia just turns left or right. It just keeps up with the squid. Doesn't really care. But now they are watching to the entrance. This is it. This is when you can get more to this Felicia. You just have to make sure that the goldfish doesn't get more to you. Or like harpoon you and kill you instantly. But in order to prevent that, you just have the Dragon's Rage get more to this Felicia. Wait, they're splitting fire again. The Dragon's Rage could have double teamed this Felicia with the ally, but they randomly turned with Jan Peterson. I don't know why they do that. I have no idea why when they have Gats mortar on both ships. Just aim at the same ship and kill it. Please, do me this favor. You can change target when the other ship is dodging or like something gets disabled or something. But it wasn't the case. You just pull the perfect arc and both ships just kill it. And don't get poor Dragon's Rage. They'll never get engines. It's just pointing it's just giving up and turning the front guns. It's just pointing the aft guns and side guns into the anything really. Are they double teaming this Felicia? This Felicia is almost broken. The Felicia is broken. It's almost dead. This dies. The Summer Palace also. The Dragon's Rage also dies. The detonator. No, to a harsh world. It must have been Strelitzia that picked up the kill then. If it's like frame perfect like that, it's usually something like that. Fun fact, don't despawn when the ship dies. The detonator. The ship survived. So the projectiles don't despawn because the ship still alive. But yeah, it's the only projectile that stays around when the parent ship has evaporated. I wonder if it would have counted, like it said harsh world because Strelitzia got the kill, but Strelitzia was dead. So like the game lost the reference to which ship was the actual killer, because some ship is gone. So I wonder like if it was a detonator, if it would still stay harsh. Well, the Town Palace was in the perfect position behind the goldfish. It wasn't getting some engine damage there, disables. But the Harpoon pushed it forward, so the Town Palace had to move around a bit. Now, some Strelitzia, it might be involved third. If Dragon Spectre watches and then turns Gat Mortar immediately, it just turns Gat Mortar. It just turns Mortar, not Gatling. They did get the Havachi off eventually, and maybe the gunner was a bit confused there, running back and forth. Now the Havachi came out so late, the Dragon Switch has to move around. However, Summer Palace has gotten to the side of Strelitzia. Strelitzia is moving fast. I don't know if that was intentional or if they just forgot about the Squid presence. They got the mortar, the Dragon's Page is broken. They got the kill. Well played by Com Team 2. It was a close game. The Summer Palace could have picked up the Strelitzia there. It's close. It's really close. Yes. What an exciting ending. What a fucked up game. Alright, let's hope we can do it again next week. Bye bye.